welcome back to my channel. My name's Ashley. This is my August favorites. I believe I did not do July favorites. I think I just ran out of time or was busy with whatever being summer, and I wanted to get ahead and get this out as soon as I can. So I'm not too late, but let's get started. I don't have too many products. These are just beauty related, actually all makeup, no skincare or hair care or anything. A couple of things that I've talked about recently, a couple old things, and I do have 2.5 fails, and you'll see what I mean. So let's just start with the favorites. This month I did pull out my Cheek Leaders palette. I love this. It got me excited to pull this out because Benefit released Cookie as a highlighter that everyone's been talking about, and I love this. Now, I think I've said in even the video that I talked about this a few months ago, the highlighter is probably my least favorite product in this, which is funny because I already own Hoola and I already own Gold Rush. So really this is nothing new, but I have been using the highlighter more when I use this, but I really wanted just to say how much I love Hoola as a eyeshadow color. I do not have this on today, unfortunately, but I've been using it quite a bit as a crease shade and or as the only thing that I'm putting on my eyelids, and I love it. I know this is becoming available on the Ulta 21 day sale in like 2 or 3 days. I want to buy Hoola Light. Not that this is too dark for me, but I just feel like Hoola Light might be a better winter bronzer contour shade. So I really want to get that, but I do love this. I do love the highlighter probably a little bit more now than even I did a few months ago. I think it's just, it really is very, very glittery. And I think that I can't overdo it. Otherwise I like it, but I love this palette. I don't know if you can still buy this or not, but obviously all the other products are now available in singles, so highly recommend that. Or if you have it, to pull it out and use it again because it's wonderful. The highlighter that I've actually been using is quite new. It is the Physicians Formula Rose All Day. This is in the color Soft Petal. So I picked this up probably a week ago-ish, and it is a favorite because I use it every day. This is what I have on today on my cheek, and I believe my Cupid's bow. Yes, and okay, so this is in Petal Glow. Wait, Petal Glow? Soft Petal. Maybe it's Rose All Day Petal Glow, but the color is specifically Soft Petal. And so what I was saying is I held up all of these at the store to see which one was the lightest. There is kind of a champagne, I don't drink champagne, so I hate using that to describe, because I thought champagne would be like this color, but I guess it's more of a, not silver, but a beigeier color. And so if that's what color champagne is, I know I'm ridiculous, I don't even know. That one is a little bit lighter than this one, but this was the lightest pink shade. Like they had a medium pink and then a darker pink. I think there's only 4. Maybe there was 5. But this was the lightest non-beige cream color. And I went with this one. I really like it. It's gorgeous. It works on my skin. As you can see, I mean, it doesn't shine as much as this Cookie or Glow, which to me is a good, I mean, it does depend on where you hit. I don't know. I guess I'm being picky. I shouldn't. It's beautiful. I love it. Yeah, so this is definitely a favorite. I don't know if I want to pick up any of the other colors, but I definitely am happy I got this. And normally I've not liked their highlighters ever, so I was excited to actually like that. The blush that I am wearing today and that I've been using alongside that Cheek Leaders palette is the Milk Makeup Halo Glow. No, the halo is the color. Glow Oil Lip and Cheek. That's it. Glow Oil Lip and Cheek in the color Halo. It is a like bright, bright pink. I love this. It's very subtle. I'm sure you could build it up, but I think the only way to build it up was if you just put it on there and didn't rub it in. The minute you start to either I use a beauty blender to put this on, and I've used a brush before too. I just prefer with the beauty blender. It does diffuse very well. So I don't feel like you could really build this up too dark, because the minute you start touching it, it kind of blends in, which I do like. It's hard to go overboard, especially with a color this bright. You would think that it wouldn't be hard. The only thing that I do not like is this packaging. I hate it. And okay, so it has obviously the twist on lid like they all do, and then it has like this clear cap that you can tell gets gunk inside it. But look at it's just, I tell like a kid, it's ucky. I just don't understand and maybe I don't even need this clear top anymore, but I don't know. So I usually try to roll it all the way down, put this on to keep it somewhat safe. I mean, you don't get a whole ton. I mean, it's only filled to like here, right here. So it doesn't even go down the whole thing. So anyways, I don't remember if this was a mini size or this was the full size. I can't even remember that, but I love it. I definitely like just a small wash of color. I think it definitely does what it says. I would highly recommend it. I don't know, I think you can still get it. I'm not sure if it's a limited edition or summer type thing, but I've still seen it on Sephora's website. So I would assume you can still get it. I have this one and I have the color Astro. I thought this was called Astro. If you watch my Sephora sale haul, I also got another cream blush that I tried to compare to this, and I said Astro. So what I actually meant was Halo, but it's the same product. The other one is just kind of a more barrier toned. Anyways, I love this. Highly recommend it. Hopefully you guys can still get it, because it is definitely worth it. The next product, actually the last few products I've talked about somewhat recently, so I won't talk about them too much, but is this Nude Stick Matte All Over Face Color. I don't know if that's what it's called, but basically a bronzer in bare back is the color I have. I do have that on my forehead and in my bronzing area. I don't really contour as much. I mean, I kind of put it in the same area here. I kind of do bronzer, contour all together at this point in my life, but I just love this color. It's so gorgeous. I didn't swatch the milk one because there's not that much product. I don't want to waste it. But this color is really perfect if you have a light skin tone. Which obviously I do have very light skin tone also. It is good for, it's not too gray based, but it's definitely not warm. So I think it's perfect. I love it. I am very happy with this purchase. I didn't know if I would keep this or not. I did receive this with my Ulta points, so I wouldn't have returned it anyway because I already cashed my points in to get it. But I am just so excited with it. So excited with it. So excited to use it. I just think it is gorgeous. So highly recommend that if you haven't tried that. I know they have other shades, so definitely I'm sure there's something for almost everybody, I would assume. Again, I'm not really sure what kind of other colors that they did have. I have 3 more other favorites. The next one is the Anastasia. I still keep it in this. I'm so weird. I don't know why I do that, but it's the Anastasia Eye Primer. I love this. I can even use this. I use this every day, whether I do eyeshadow or not. I have it on today. Obviously, I have eyeshadow over it or on top of it. I guess over it's the same thing. But if I use this and then I use that Hoola bronzer in my crease, it's perfect. But like I said, I can put stuff over it. Obviously, it's what it's meant for. But the color is just so pretty. It does get very messy, but it's kind of a skin tone type color, so it's not white. So it definitely gets rid of blues or veins or discoloration on your eyelids. So that's kind of why I like this. I use it more for that instead of making my eyeshadow stick or stay longer. I just feel like eyeshadow nowadays does that on its own, that you don't really need a primer. I just feel like this is so good on its own. I mean, like I said, I do use it every day no matter what, but I feel like it is that good on its own. It doesn't crease. Sometimes I set it with a powder, sometimes I don't, and I get the same look or effect either way. So I just think it is absolutely wonderful. All right, and I put it back in the box. Does anyone else do that? I don't know why I keep some products in the box. I literally just took this out of the box. My husband is calling. I just took this out of the box just for this video. Otherwise, it's been in the box since I've had it. I don't know why I do that. I feel like I don't know, I do that. And I do still have even this next two products are still in their box. But I wanted to talk about this again. I know I just mentioned it in my haul. I love it. I have this on today. I just think it is really, really beautiful. It is definitely not full coverage. It's on me, I feel like it's more of a medium coverage. Obviously, less you use, the more sheared out it can be. And I'm sure it goes the same opposite. But I just love it. I think this color is just great. I am so happy. I'm not going to talk anymore about it because I do talk about it in that video that I just posted recently. So there's that. I love it. The last favorite, which is also in that video, and I do have on right now, of course it is kind of sheared out, is the Fresh Sugar Lip in Poppy. I just think this is such a good color. I'm so happy I got this. I like it more than the rosé color. I just feel like you see it more. I mean, it's just so pretty. Look at that. It's so pretty. It can be quite dark if I just put it on, which I don't typically like that. I like to kind of blend it into my lip. And I just feel like that looks a little bit better just for my preference. Now I probably have it on my teeth, but love it. Still keep this in its box as well. Like I said, I don't recommend taking this into a hot car. So maybe during the winter, I would keep it in my purse, but definitely, at least in Colorado summers, it gets way too hot which I know probably people don't realize it does, but we are very close to the sun. It gets very, very hot here. It was just 98 yesterday, which I know Arizona world isn't the same, but that is hot. We are closer to the sun than Arizona, so it feels hotter. Plus, I like Arizona heat. Okay, I'm getting off topic, so never mind. I have the best hair when I go to Arizona. I don't know why. But anyways, love it. Highly recommend those if you haven't tried them. I've only ever tried the berry color before this. And like I said, I liked it, but it was very soft. I think it must have melted or something, or got hot and softened up, and it just hasn't really gone back. This went back to original consistency after I realized it was getting softer being in my pocket outside. So yeah, I would definitely just not use those in the heat outside of my house. The next product is the reason why I say it's half bad, half good, is because the color is amazing. The active applicator is horrible. So it is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit. This is in the color 3.5. I have this on today. My eyebrows are really, really big, bigger than I like, but that's why I hate this product. So the reason I love it, the color is amazing. There is no red. And that is kind of what I have found, that even with hair color, so my eyebrows included, being that it's hair, pulls red with everything. So I usually use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Soft Brown. It pulls a little bit red on me, but not extreme, so it works, it's fine. I've used that forever. And then I recently have been using that CoverGirl Precisely Brow, whatever, in Soft Brown. That one pulls even less red, probably no red, but I would say more red than even this one, which is why this is in my favorites, because I have had this for quite a while, pulled it back out because they're going on sale the last day of the Ulta 21 day sale, but it's the Precisely My Brow, not the Goof Proof Brow. So the Goof Proof Brow has the thicker tipped end that's like triangle type shaped. I hate it. I get the thickest eyebrows, and it's hard not to just because the tip is so fat. But I love the color. The color matches my hair so perfect. I am definitely picking up 2 of these, because I think you can only get 2, in the Ulta 21-day sale in the color 3.5, because I feel like this, I like the CoverGirl one. I'll probably keep using that one because it's just affordable. The price is better, but because I think they're like $8, where on sale this will be $12, so I feel like it's not too bad, which is why I want to buy 2. I wish I could buy like 5, because this color is just a little bit better than the CoverGirl one. But like I said, I'm fine with the CoverGirl one if I all of a sudden couldn't get this one. So a new discovery. I've had this for a while, but didn't realize the color is so good. I think I stopped using it because the tip applicator is so ginormous. It's too big. And then I get like caterpillar eyebrows, but that's all right. The last 2 products are foundations. And one I have talked about that I was going to try to learn to love, and I have decided I just do not. And it is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic. I have mine in the color Malta, I believe. And it looks horrible on me. I've tried using the teeniest bit. I just can't get this to work at all. I don't know who this could work for. It's so thick, and I'm not really a picky foundation person, as long as it doesn't make me look greasy or peely, like dry or oily. So, I'm usually not too picky. This is just too thick. And even if I use the tiniest bit and really shear it out, it just doesn't look good on my skin. It doesn't wear well on my skin, which is really sad because I love Juvia's Place eyeshadows and their cheek products. I think they are fabulous. And the price is definitely in the middle between a high-end and a drugstore foundation price. So I just feel like it is good for your buck, but definitely is full coverage. I just saw it says full coverage. Definitely is full coverage. I just wouldn't recommend. Maybe younger skin, I don't know. I don't have younger skin, so I couldn't tell you, but at least for my age skin, I just don't think it looked that great on me. I don't want people to get close to me and be like, I know people will know I have makeup on. I know that, but I don't want people to be like, she has too much makeup on. We all know that person. I can think of her in my head, and I hope I am not that for someone else, that you could just see her foundation all the time. And I always wanted to tell her, but how do you bring that up? But I don't want to be that person for someone else. And this, I'm sure, would make it that for me. So, and I'm sure I've had a day where I've overdone my foundation and people have been like, whoa, I know my mom has made a comment before. So I'm sure it's happened. Everyone does. But I'm not going to buy a product that's purposely going to do that for me. I do that on my own with everything else. So this I'm probably going to get rid of. I may hold on to it for a while because your skin changes. Maybe springtime it will work magic, but not now. So I will definitely be putting that away and eventually probably decluttering that. The next product I've actually only owned for 3 days, and I think I'm taking it back. It is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation, and it is in the color, how do I know? Ivory L2. I guess it's on the front too. Anyways, I got this based on a recommendation from someone on YouTube. What is her name? If I can remember it, I'll put it here. She has beautiful skin and beautiful makeup, and she loves this. So she just talked about it in a recent video. So I went out and bought it. I tried buying it probably 6 months ago, and it was out of stock, at least in my color. And then I kind of forgot about it. So when she mentioned it again, I literally went out the next day and bought it, and I've used it twice, and I think I'm returning it. I never thought I had oily skin. This makes me look like I have oily skin, which I guess is great when you get older because your skin does dry up. But I don't want to look greasy, and I was like, I look kind of shiny now. I think I'm sweaty. But this looked greasy like a few hours after I wore it, and so I put some powder on, and it kind of ruined my powder because, it made my powder get that hard pan, so I'm kind of annoyed about that. But within minutes, I was shiny all over again, and I've never had that problem. So now I know how a lot of my oily friends feel, because it is horrible to have to I was worried I looked like I was sweating, like dripping sweat. It just was too much illusion. Or luminous, I guess would be a better word, even though it says illusion. Too much luminosity for me. I think I'm gonna return it. I know I hate returning stuff like this, but it's like 15 bucks or 13 bucks where I live, which I think is a lot for a drugstore foundation. That I think that's close to what this cost. This could have even been cheaper. Or maybe this was 15. I can't remember, but at least this didn't make me look like a shiny grease ball. This is almost as bad. Actually, it's probably is better than the Josie Maran Vibrancy foundation, which I do own, but I had owned that for months and used it all the time. And then I realized that's what was making me look super oily. And it took me a little long time to figure that out. This I figured out quickly, so I think I'm gonna return it. Or I might pass it to my daughter. I just don't like them wearing foundation, so I don't know. They don't need foundation, but sadly, this is a no from me. I wish. I mean, I would rather spend this than, this. So I was trying, but yeah, this is just, if you have the slightest bit of an oily skin, which I didn't even think I did, I kind of have just oily areas, this definitely enhanced that. And then it was hard to kind of control it. So to me, that just doesn't seem worth it. It did look beautiful on my skin. I will admit that I did like my skin when I put it on. It looked pretty. It didn't look like I had tons of foundation on. It just, I don't think it will work for me. So this is my only fail. I mean, 2, but I've already talked about how this fails for me. So 2.5, because this tip is so horrible. Don't use it. Unless you have like thick eyebrows naturally or you want them, because that will give it to you whether you want it or not. Anyways, those are my August favorites. What have you been using that I would love to know about? Because I am always looking to try new things, and plus you might mention something that I might have that I have either forgotten about and will need to pull back out. So let me know what you've been loving, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.